That's why we didn't see him go that way on film. Wow. That's stiffer than the board, man. Holy smokes. Look at this freaking slob. He's got a split on his G2, split brow. The morning is officially grinded to a screeching halt. We didn't see any deer. The wind is picking up now and it's just gusty. It's just kind of that stereotypical tough hunting conditions. It's hard to hunt whitetails when it's so freaking windy out just because they're so skittish, and when you take one of their senses away, it makes sense. I wouldn't want to move either. But we're going to take this stand out, this pair of summits, and we're going to move it to an area of the place that we call Kansas. Big bedroom, just like I was talking about earlier. You can hunt. We'll be able to hunt this stand on a north or a south wind. So for the next couple of days, when it's very hard north winds and it's very cold, we'll be able to hunt there. And we'll also be able to hunt there when it switches on Saturday, Sunday to a south wind. So it'll be dual purpose for us. Get a couple good wind directions on it and out of it. So we're gonna pull this stand out of this tree and move it in hopes that we can get on another one. Well, we just got done putting a summit in a really good location for tomorrow. It's kind of where four arms of a field kind of converged down nicely, but it's on the south side of a bedding area. So we're going to be able to hunt it tomorrow. We're going to go move some cameras around right now. Check all the cameras at another farm and see if tonight anything can be done. So the story of Teeter kind of begins about 2 years ago when Garrett and I had initially had the conversation that we needed another place, another property to be able to hunt during the rut. So the property that you guys have watched us hunt over the last few years, the one in which we killed Geronimo, Lucky, all of our big bucks really, that's about 100 acres that's set aside that we've been able to hunt and manage particularly well within the last 3 or 4 years, but we've hunted for 8. So we needed another spot for the rut. So the summer of 2018 rolls around and Garrett is able to get us permission on this new place, which is 400 acres, 4 or 5 times bigger than any property we've ever hunted before. And the thing that we noticed when we put boots on the ground is that because of its enormity, because of how large this acreage is, because the amount of field, the amount of timber and bedding on this property could hold a lot of bucks. And as soon as we put our trail cameras out last year, we were right. So there's 3 deer that we are targeting in particular. A buck we call Harold, a buck we call Marshall, and a buck that we called Steven. During the rut, it kind of exploded, and the number of bucks, as any property, started to increase. So there's 3 or 4 new bucks that we'd never seen before that come into play. Alright guys, well it's 10 o'clock and we just got done taking pictures of Garrett's buck that we shot 2 days ago. There's a huge cold front moving through the Midwest. This is the last day of this micro front, I would call it. It's 3-day cold front, all sub 30, sub 20 at night, sub 30 or high around 30. It's going to warm back up this weekend on Saturday, Sunday. On Monday there's going to be another huge cold front. So we have 5.5 more days of our rutcation before we have to go back to work.
Let's see how fast you can cape a deer.
Cape him or skin him?
Cape him.
Probably 25 minutes. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
And when the morning came, just like most people do during the rut, we rattle. And we brought our decoy with, and then on this particular day, in this particular occasion, the buck stands up, and it's within 2 minutes that we see him coming right straight for us. Happy November 9th. We're in a really good spot right now. We just need the deer to cooperate. We got a wind laying out perfect for our decoy setup. There's a south wind today, which pushes us out over this field. So if and when there's a buck that comes in to challenge our decoy, it's going to be too late. When he catches our wind, he's going to be right in our shooting window. If the south wind holds, it should be pretty ideal for rattling in a buck. So we're going to hit them together. We just got enough light to film and get some quality footage, so we're going to go ahead and do it. Yep. He's at 50 right now. He's at 49. Ready? Get him high, but he's bleeding a lot. He's bleeding a lot. Pass through. I would have liked to have been about a couple inches lower, but we're gonna go review the footage. Back out of here for a while. Covered in blood.
So we get on the blood and we're tracking it, and it's not looking very good. It really isn't. We watched a shot and we reviewed it and we did our best to pre-analyze what we're getting into, right? How far did we watch him run? Where do we think the arrow went? Grant even did a math equation to try to figure out how much lower the arrow would have exited in the cavity. We did everything we could, and we get on blood, and we're really just, we're finding small spots, and it's pretty high in the weeds, and I'm leading the trail filming, and just out of the blue, I decided, you know what, I'm going to prank Grant if I get the opportunity to.
It's been 7 hours. Shot him at 6:30. It's now about 1:30, 1:40. So it's been long enough. It's a lethal shot. He will be dead. When I was looking at all the vital diagrams of a deer, all signs point to one of two things, and I even used a little bit of trigonometry to figure out how much the arrow dropped when it hit his cavity, and I think I might have clipped the onside lung and possibly the backside lung.
So we're going really slow, and we get to the field edge. And honestly, this was like make or break, because when we get to the field edge, it's going to be really hard to pick up blood, as we were finding it in the brush along where the entrance and exit wound was. And I just turned my head, and there Teeter is, dead, probably 20 yards. Immediately, I just back up and I tell Grant that he's not quite dead yet and that he needs to get another arrow in him. I make him take his boots off. We're whispering. We're quiet. He's asking me all these things, and I'm telling him he's in cloud 9, like way in a different spot. I'm telling him he's going to have to make like a 60-yard shot through a little bit of stuff. And I can tell Grant's getting worked up, and I'm kind of poking at him like, man up, finish it. It's on you.
We're going to go up and get another arrow in. Release on, right? Yeah. We're going to go up and get another arrow in him. He has no idea we're here, and the wind is in our favor, so I'm going to take my boots off. I'm only going to take steps when the wind is howling.
He gets out to the field and he looks and he's like, he's right here. And at that point, he knew that he'd been punked. And it was the best prank that I've done on him to date. All of it is on film, and I'm sure that I'll get payback sometime soon.
Oh, he's right there. He's way closer than that.
Because he's dead, you dumbass.
Yes! Oh, he went right down.
Yeah.
Garrett just played the most foul prank to me I think that he's ever played. Ever in our friendship. Been best friends for
I'm shaking. I'm sorry, boys.
about 12 or 15 years now, and that was the dirtiest he ever done me. Wow, look at all the freaking blood. I think I smoked him in the lung. Look at all that blood. Yep. That's why we didn't see him go that way on film. Wow. That's stiffer than the board, man. Holy smokes. Yeah. Ready? Look at that blood coming out.
Whoa. Okay. So,
All right, let's do this. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
oh. Give me the heavy end.
Hey, glad we washed the Ranger out.
We did wash the Ranger out. How special is that? If you like listening to hunting stories as much as watching them, then check out our podcast. The Last Breath Huntcast is available on iTunes, Spotify, and all other major podcast platforms.